become detrimental and can negatively impact him in his future. However, that is definitely a conversation for the two of you, and I would feel like I was stepping outside of the bounds in order to share with you what to do in that area. So I would encourage you to find supports for yourself so that you can support your husband in his grief journey.
All right, this one is from New Lost Girl. I just lost due to a miscarriage at 14 weeks. She lost her baby. From the moment she was told that he couldn't find a heartbeat, she felt numb. She said, I haven't cried or said or done a whole bunch since. She did have a surgery soon after. Then she went back to work, kind of like I did. My husband and I really wanted children, and I know that I'm sad, but I just can't seem to break down like everyone wants me to. I want to talk about the baby, but I don't want to hear the name that we picked out. I don't even want to think about it. My husband is concerned about me, and I am concerned that he thinks I'm heartless. I miss being pregnant. I can't even bring myself to touch or look at my stomach. Is this normal? And when will I actually start grieving? This one actually touched me because I kind of felt the same way.
Well, I think you should share. I think you should give feedback.
So this one touched me because it really took me a while to look at myself afterwards. It took me a while to touch my stomach or do anything like that. And I still had the hormones for a long time afterwards, which I didn't realize that was going to happen. I'd never been pregnant before, so I had no idea what to expect. And it just really took a toll on me. I had the surgery too, and I felt empty afterwards. I woke up and I just knew everything was over. And I felt really empty inside. But as I said earlier, I went back to work and I tried to move forward. I tried to force it. I tried to push past everything and just keep trying to live life and do as much as I could to get past it. But it took so much energy to quote unquote be normal that at the end of the day, I just laid in the bed and slept. And that's all I could do for the longest time. So that was my normal. That was all I could do at that point. I had no energy to do anything else. Food didn't taste the same. That's just all I could do. And I really didn't start accepting and acknowledging my experience until a year later. I ran from it the whole time. I started to date someone just to have an excuse to find something else to look forward to. I needed to look at something else. So I just jumped into this thing with this other guy, and it wasn't healthy for me because it brought about some things that I wasn't ready for, brought up a whole lot of past issues I hadn't dealt with. So instead of me running, it brought up a whole bunch of other stuff that I had to deal with. So it's just like, boom, everything just hit me all of a sudden. And it wasn't until a year later that I was at home and everything was silent. And I just looked around and I said, wow, I really need to deal with this. And everything just like came to mind. And I was like, I just really need to deal with this. So for me, it took a year. I don't know how long it will take you, but I just live in each moment. You just have to accept wherever you are and not rush yourself. Just as you said earlier, just live your normal or live wherever you are. Just accept kind of wherever you are and not try to rush yourself or worry about anybody else's timetable.
I agree. And so all I'm going to say is, new loss girl, our heart goes out to you, and we acknowledge your loss. But we also want you to remember that this is a place where you are responsible for taking care of you and you only. Where you stand right now is in your own space, and what you're experiencing is very common for women who have lost babies. I think Stephanie's testimony of her experience is all that you need. You're not alone.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah, that question really, really hit home for me. So, sorry.
No apologies necessary. You know, that's part of what you're experiencing because it hit home for you. That's that grief ebb and flow. Mm-hmm. That is that forever experience that we were talking about, that moment where it's like it could be a word, it could be a song, it could be the wind blew just right and gave you this feeling, and you have to allow yourself to be present in that, and that is absolutely okay.
If you have the questions, would you mind reading the next one?
Let me get to them. So, while I pull up the question from Sister, it says, my sister lost her little girl. She was 2 when they got hit by a drunk driver. She blamed herself even though she wasn't the one at fault. They both had their seatbelts on. She wasn't the drunk driver, and she wasn't the one that ran the red light. She has since shut me out and will not talk to me or anyone. We have always been close. In fact, we are twins. How can I get through to her? I try to let her know that I am here. I am here for her, and sometimes I know it's weird that I can feel her grief. I just want to know what to do. And so, you know, dear sister, what we would say to you and what I would share with you is that your sister is experiencing her own grief process, and currently she is at a place where she's needing to process that alone. So the most important thing that you can do for her right now is to allow her that space, but continue to be present for her. So I would encourage you to continue to love her, continue to support her, continue to send cards, stop by, wrap your arms around her as often as possible. And it absolutely makes sense to me as a mother of twins that you would experience the pain and feel the pain that she has. My twins are the exact same way. One knows when the other is hurting. And so I want to encourage you to also experience your own grief process, because as your sister has lost her baby, you have lost a niece. And in losing a niece, you've lost your sister. And that the sister that you knew and that you were experiencing prior to this loss, she's no longer going to be the same, and she's going to be anew. And so what I try to encourage people is to help you to look at and or see beyond the current circumstance, and know that in the future there will be a moment where you will be able to embrace and experience this with her together. Currently, she just needs you to experience this as your own separate entities, and that you're going to provide her support by being a listening ear when she's ready and a present body when she needs. Our next question, and I believe it's our final question for the night.
And I did not mean to put rude. I'm so sorry.
I know you didn't. So this question says, I just found out that my baby doesn't have a heartbeat. I am at home waiting on a phone call to see if I have to have my D&C today. My aunt came across Life's Melody's website, and she wanted me to submit a question. The question is, what comes for me next, and how do I do this? I had so many plans, and now this. Is there a right way to do this? And So here we want to send encouraging thoughts, and we want to send you compassion, and we want you to know that we're wrapping our arms around you, because currently we don't know what your process has been in terms of if you have had to have this procedure. But we want you to know that your process, as you've heard me say throughout this podcast, is that your process is definitely that. It is your own. And so each day, as you're waking up and as you're going to bed, or even as you have those kind of heart-wrenching moments throughout the day, we encourage you to experience and be present in those. When your body allows you to experience it. If you're running from it, run from it. Because I cannot tell you where to meet in the middle, but I will encourage you to allow yourself to be present with the pain. So if you feel like crying, cry. If you're in a good place and you want to laugh, laugh. And you don't have to experience guilt for living beyond your pain. It is important that people embrace the idea that I am yet going to live, I'm yet breathing, although I've had this tremendous loss. And so at some point you will live beyond your pain. And it is important that while you're experiencing the pain, that you breathe through it.
That is so true. There was a point in time where I thought it was wrong to laugh after my loss. I really thought that it was wrong. I think it was like a month or two after, something funny happened and I started laughing. I was like, wait, I shouldn't be laughing. I should be sad. So it took me a really long time. And then I was on my way to work and I forgot who I was playing, but something funny really happened and I laughed until I cried. But I just felt so free. And then I just had to get past the point where that guilt was there because I hadn't started to move on, I guess. You know, I started to laugh. You know, I had to get past that point.
And I think the biggest thing that you said there is that you begin to move on. And I want to encourage people to not feel as though when you move on, quote unquote, but it's really about when you live again. Because I think that as our losses are present in their immediacy state, that state where we're still without breath, it's important that people understand that at that point we're just existing and we're just getting through the next moment and sometimes the next day. But when we get to a place where we can breathe through our pain, we begin to live again. And so I want to encourage each of you who are listening that it is okay to begin to breathe again, because you have to breathe in order to get through the pain.
That's so true. One thing I want you to talk about really quickly is mindfulness. I know we kind of talked about it a little bit before we started, but I want you to talk about how important mindfulness is as we get to, as we start to live.
So, mindfulness, there's a craze all about being mindfulness and being mindful. And the reality is that we're simply saying that it's important to be present.
Right.
And to be able to sit with your thoughts, to be able to sit with your experiences. And Stephanie and I were talking about the app that you can put on your phone called Calm, CALM. And a lot of people rave about it. It's phenomenal. I use it. I encourage my daughter, who's 16, to use it. I use it in my practice with clients. But in reality, it's meditation. And it's really about taking time to stop your thoughts or to allow your thoughts to not control you, or you get lost in your thoughts, but being present with them and being able to take control over your day so that you're not trapped by thoughts that are intruding in your day-to-day function. And so I encourage people to get involved in meditation, get involved in yoga, get involved with anything that allows you to be present with yourself so that you're consciously aware of where you are. And I believe that the app is a great way to get started. If you're someone who's like, I don't really want to pay for that, look for some free opportunities in your community to go to a yoga class, or meditation of any form, hot yoga.
Mm-hmm.
I know people who rave about it, and or